Kenny is in need of a second date update today, and we're going to try to help him out. Hey, Kenny, how are you?
Hey, guys. Thanks for talking to me about this and helping me out with this.
Happy to. Why don't you start from the beginning? Tell us how you met Janet and how that first date went.
This first date was a really good date.
What do you define as a good date?
Well, we were having really good conversation and really good food. I thought the night really went well. I don't know what might have. I guess I don't know why she might have not called me back yet.
Now, has this ever happened to you before? Have you ever gone on a date where you thought it was going well and then it just kind of fizzled into nothing?
Not that I can recall. I honestly don't go on too many dates, but she's really pretty, and we had a couple of drinks and we hung out for about over an hour, and I thought it really went great. Great conversation. She was laughing, a great smile, and a great personality, and I thought that she was interested in me. We even walked out of the bar and she initiated a hug, which, I always thought was a good sign.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did she say anything like, hey, make sure you call me or I'd love to see you again?
No, and maybe because I don't go on dates a lot, that I just don't know the rules of engagement. But, I thought that, everything was good. Typically, people are very outright and very forward if something's not well, and I thought that I would at least hear back from her.
All right. Did you? I might have missed it. Did you say how you met her?
Yeah, it was a girl that I met online. I think that's the world these days that we live in. Just everything is a date online or some type of app. But sure. Like I said before, I'm just confused.
Okay.
You definitely sound like you're depressed or a little
Dungeons and Dragons fan,
or a little down about this whole situation. Like there's not much of a vibe coming from you at all. Are you like this on dates?
Well, no. I think that I'm a little bit different. I just people are really typically forward with me. Like I said before, I typically can see it a mile away, and I'm a realist. So, if it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. But here I am. I haven't even heard back from her. I hope she's okay.
Okay. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to call Janet and see what the deal is there and what she thought of Kenny on that first date, and if there's any chance of a second date as second date update continues. He sounds awfully dejected this morning. He went on a date that went really well. Kenny admits that he doesn't go on a whole lot of dates, but he knows a good one from a bad one. And he felt that between what he had in common and the chemistry they had on the date, there's no reason why she shouldn't be calling him back. She even gave him a hug afterward. That made him feel like she liked him. And who wouldn't? So we're going to call her up, maybe get Kenny a second date or at least a good answer.
Hello?
Hi, Janet.
Hi, who is this?
Hi, it's Jeff, Jenn, Fritch, and Tim at Q102, and we got John's speakerphone.
Morning.
Hi.
Oh my God, Jeff and Jen, hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. Are you calling me for a second date update?
Have you been dating lately?
I did go on a date last week. Yeah.
Is that the only date you've been on for a while?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think of your date with Kenny?
It was fine. He seemed nice. He kept doing this one weird thing. I don't know. It put me off.
The one weird thing that put you off, what was that?
Well, he kept, he kept picking his nose, sort of. Like, he'd shove his finger in his nose, then, itch it around, and then take it back out. And I don't know. Every time he did it, I just had this thought, oh, God, he does cocaine. And I just, I got the ick. I was out.
So what do you mean? Was he picking his nose or not picking his nose?
Well, he wasn't sticking his finger all the way up in there, but his finger was constantly in his nose, rubbing it, itching. I don't know. But it was far in it, I couldn't see the end of his finger.
Oh, wow.
Huh. Interesting. I don't understand.
Theory?
Constantly, every 5 minutes.
maybe here's a theory. He's got a hairy nose, a lot of nose hairs.
Uh-huh.
He plucked them all out for the date,
Oh, and it hurts.
and now it's
Itches.
itchy.
It's irritated. Why would you think he used cocaine if he has an itchy nose? Is that a typical thing for cocaine users?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just telling you what I've seen on TV. It's the only reasonable explanation that really came to me.
Right.
But I just got that thought in my head, and I was like, I'm not about that lifestyle. I can't get into that.
All right. Well, that aside, when you add up all the other qualities and attributes that make Kenny who he is, what did you think of the date? If you could remove that distraction for 1 minute.
I can't remove that distraction. Like, how unself-aware do you have to be touching your face that often and just like not notice, or to be like, oh, I'm getting over a cold, or my nose hair trimmer. Like,
Right.
how do you not know you're doing that? And like, what other things are you not aware of? Like, okay, sure, maybe it's not cocaine, but like, if it's not, then you need to get yourself together.
Okay, we got Kenny on the line. We're going to ask him. Kenny, what was the story with that? Were you aware you were doing that?
I don't do cocaine. Jesus, why would you say that?
You sure?
No, I'm positive. My thing is that I have allergies, for God's sakes. And
That was my first thought was allergies.
Yeah. It feels like
So you
everybody
were
that lives
picking
in the
your nose.
valley.
Yeah, I
It's
ran out of
better
my
that you were
allergy
picking your nose all night.
medication.
We all have allergies. I didn't want my fingers up my nose for a first.
No, you don't have allergies like me. It really just gets so crazy. I mean, it's a lot of like it just feels like it's just itching, like somebody's just tickling the tip of your nose with a feather. I mean, it becomes
Oh
so
my God, my
much.
dude, then
And I wasn't picking my
postpone. This is-
nose.
I can hear it in his
Okay.
voice.
Yeah.
It's not sanitary. Your fingers were up and in your nose. We were eating food together. Like, I
They
don't.
weren't up in the nose. Like I said before, it was just the tip of the nose. It wasn't really that
Oh my
serious.
God.
And you could have told me.
Might be time to have an ENT look at that, Kenny.
Hey, I have a recommendation. There's an ENT at Christ called Dr. Hensler, who I love at Christ Hospital. You should totally give him a call. He's awesome. He's who I did my sleep apnea blog with, Jeff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's very good.
Well, maybe I'll like go take a look at him, because it just itches sometimes. But I didn't think that it was that serious, and you could have just let me know, Janet.
Yeah, you probably didn't even realize you were doing it.
Yeah.
No, it just
Okay,
became
but like
second
the
nature.
amount of pushback I'm getting here right now when you chase me down, with sometimes people just don't call you back. You know, if you don't go on a lot of dates, you might not know this. Not everything is a love connection. And the fact that you chase me down to learn that it's not socially acceptable to put your fingers in your nose all night, like,
Well,
I can't with this.
well, I apologize. It sounds like both of us hadn't been on a date either. So, best of
Oh
luck
my
to you,
God.
okay?
Amazing. Thank you.
All right. Not a match, obviously.
Nope, not a pair.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Kenny.
I'm sorry. Hope that eases up on you. I've been suffering a lot too the past few weeks. And
Yeah. Every
it is
day
miserable.
we
and I
ask
get
her,
it.
did you remember your Allegra?
Oh God.
We're trying to extricate Jen's finger from her nose right now.
Yep. If it's not my index
As long as I
finger, it's
can't
my
see it.
pinky finger. I'm up there.
Oh, girl.
Best of luck to you, Kenny.
Good luck.
Hope you get it figured out.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. If you need a little help with a second date update, just send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
All right. The Q102 Mother of All Prizes, 22 different shows over the course of the summer and a good
That's
part
a
of the
lot.
fall.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Kind of falling into November.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these shows.
You guys got concert plans for this summer? You going to see
I'd
anybody?
like
You
to
doing
see the
anything?
Totally Tubular Festival.
Would you like? Who's at the Totally Tubular?
A bunch of 80s. Say it again.
Romantics.
Bunch of 80s
Yeah,
new
I
wave
forget.
artists, you
Yeah.
know. Missing Persons, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of one-hit wonders,
What
but
did Missing Person sing?
life is so strange. Destination unknown. You don't know?
Destination.
Thomas
I don't
Dolby,
remember that
Thompson
one.
Twins, Modern English, Men Without Hats, Romantics.
All right.
Just
That could be
some
fun.
of them.
Yeah, each one of them will be on stage for 10 minutes.
Bow,
Pretty
wow,
much.
wow.
Tommy Two Tone.
Yeah.
867-5309.
Oh, I know that one, Jenny.
I wonder if they just come out and play one song and then leave.
I'm going to go with 2.
I bet they
They
play
do 2
3 or
songs.
4.
They got to fill those out.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.